My mother has been that one person in my life that I can go to all the time for any reason. It doesn't matter if I've screwed up royally. From a young age, it's pretty much been me and her, you know. She's not just my parent, she's my friend, and that has come with age.
My mother was certainly a people person, much more feeling. Even though she was very analytical, she had a great sense of humor. All could be in disarray around her. Doing housework was not the most important thing in the day. It was seeing that kids were having a good time and kids were being taken care of. I remember her and envy her in that playing was important. I remember my father commenting that she grew such great weeds, which she did, because there was never time to weed out flower gardens.
I think because of because of my mother's Alzheimer's, because it started to develop, when she started to develop the disease, they really didn't know what it was. I was going to college, but I lived at home and helped take care of my brothers and all those kinds of things. I remember thinking, I was rolling her hair or something like that, and thinking that I was really glad that I was living at home as an adult. I wasn't but 19, 20, 21 years old, but that I had the opportunity to know my mother when I was an adult. And I think that that's just something that I'm glad that I had that time.
I have a stepmother, and she has really taken on the role of a mother. Like, I've known her since I was 5, and she was very loving, and she never tried to impose anything upon me, but she was always there for me. And I've learned that it's not necessarily who you're related to by blood. Sometimes it's the relationship you just form with someone, because I'm not related to her, but she is my mom.
Neither of my daughters knew my mother, that she died before they were born. And when my girls would be in elementary school, they'd bring home papers, I'd look through their papers on all these wonderful things. And one thing that really touched me when I found it, my younger daughter, Jennifer, had been given an assignment in class, answer this question, make these little books. And one of them was, who is the person no longer living you would like to have known? And she wrote, I would like to have known my mom's mom. And I didn't realize that she had been so touched by that, really touched me, that it mattered to her.
We're very close. We're like friends. She was only 18 years of age when I was born. My mother had to play a very difficult role trying to be a mother and father at the same time. And also from the perspective of family, they don't find that accepting either. So that's difficult in kids. During holidays or birthdays, they're like, where's your father? It's always mother kind of deal. The day I was born, I would think my mother recognized the value of my life, because basically she gave up to school, to her dreams, in order to raise me as a single mother. And that would be a day that she definitely decided to put everything on the side just to dedicate full attention to me and give me everything I needed.
My children's father left a number of years ago, and I remember hearing my children say, my son and talking to my daughters, and they said something to the effect of, one thing we can be sure of in our lives is, no matter what, Mama's not going anywhere.
Being a daughter to me is trying your best to understand the advice that your mother is giving you. I mean, being a daughter is taking the wisdom from a woman who has lived the life that she's lived a more life than you, and just taking what she knows from her experience and attempting to, apply it to yourself.
I noticed that ever since I got married, our relationship changed dramatically. I mean, I still try to stay as close as can be to her, but it's not the same, because she felt like betrayed. Like I love her less just because I love my husband. So I keep trying to explain that it's a different kind of love, that I love my husband, but I love her regardless. No matter what, I would always love her. She's my mother.
I would hope to see her spirit and incredibly generous nature. But I would hope to see that concern for others and ability to sacrifice for their good or what's important to your family or your community. And then just completely outward embracing of life, I think. I aspire to that kind of embracing of life, and that's the greatest inheritance I have from her.
I guess a mom-daughter moment is when you realize the degree of commitment that your mother has to you.
I think if I had to sum it up in one word, it's nurturing. It's taking care of everyone, taking care of the family members, taking care of yourself. It's an old saying, but I think a saying that's still true in many families, that sometimes the dad is the head of the family, but the mother's the heart of the family.
If I were to ever become a mom, I know that the first thing that I would have to do is just be completely selfless. Like, that's like really something you have to do before you even begin thinking about motherhood, is can I dedicate myself to another human being besides myself?
My experience is that it's been about raising up or bringing up, educating, teaching, learning, but in an environment of acceptance, freedom, safety, a feeling of there's a security in knowing that kind of love that's just always, always, always accepting. It's never rejecting, it's always inclusive, it's always a blessing, it's always affirming.
My mom's the only person I have, period. She's the only person that, you know, I could get so low. I could just be like strung out on the streets and my mother would still do everything in her power to help me, to make me better. I think that the word mother to me means nurture. Someone who's always going to be there to pick up your mess, put back together the pieces. Someone who's going to be there to, you know, tell you that everything is going to be all right, even if you know it's not, even if she knows it's not. I think that mother to me means unconditional love.
About having a daughter, I think I have been blessed. It's just delightful.